We're live from the Koramangala Indoor Stadium in Bengaluru. One finalist has been confirmed. Which of these two teams will take on Sri Lanka in tomorrow's finals? We'll find out now. It's time for semi-final number 2 as Malaysia, two-time Asian Netball Champions, take on Singapore, three-time Asian Netball Champions. Malaysian side winning the competition back in 1985 and as recently as 2016. They've been runners up twice and have been in the third place position for the last two editions. Can they topple Singapore and make it to their fifth final out of 13 championships? That'll be on their bingo cards for this year. Maisara and the rest warm up and prepare for what will be their biggest test so far in the last 10 days. We had a word with their coach and players as well. Let's hear what they have to say before this all-important semi-final 2. But before that, we'll take a look at the lineups. Pavitra between the stick, rather manning the post. Pavitra. Then there is Noor in the wide defense. Akma in the goal defense. Noor Faria in the center. Mei Fung in the wide attacking region. Goal attack has Iza, Azrin and Siti Maisara. The goal shooter on the bench, there's Najia Amicia, Nur Shamilia, Atika and Danea. The head coach is Shu KL and Amina is their assistant coach. On the other hand, there is Singapore. Their coach Jill McIntosh leading them out. Three-time champions 2005, 2012 and 2014. Six times runners-up, including the last two editions, falling short of Sri Lanka and coming third place thrice in their history as well. Between them, Malaysia and Singapore have 5 titles. Sri Lanka are looking for their 7th. It is up to one of these two teams to stop the Sri Lankan dominance, but first they have to get past each other. Here come the Singapore lineup. Sidhu Nair, the goalkeeper. The goal defense, Jamie Lim, Jia Jin. Korthing Fang is the wide defense. Miki Min is in the center. Tokai Wei, the wide attacker. Amandeep Kaur Chahal starts in the goal attacking position. And Lee Pai Shan is in the goal shooter's position. Go Wei Ping is on the bench this time, along with Michaline, Rina Divya, Rachel Ling, and Yu Shung Ning. Yu Mi Hong is their coach, assisted by Jill McIntosh. This is how Malaysia qualified for the semi-finals. They placed second behind Sri Lanka, who have already made themselves secure in the final. 5 wins out of 6. Only losing to Sri Lanka, getting 10 points, scoring 421 goals and conceding just the 180. And Singapore winning 6 out of 6, scoring 560 goals, conceding only 141 and getting 12 points out of 12. They might be feeling like favorites in this one, and they should, with a couple of final spots in the last two editions of the competition. This one is theirs for the taking. So you can see the warm-ups taking place as we're all set for the second semi-final, the last game of the penultimate day of these championships. Action has been thick and fast. Live here on Sports KPI, 6 games a day, 7 today. It has been a challenge for everyone involved. And because we've been slightly delayed, the match will start with the pushback time. Slight delay. So for now, we'll just wait for the players to warm up. So stay tuned as we prepare for the second semi-final for you.
Malaysia, and that is Singapore. Here we go to team Malaysia. Now starting 7 off, goal shooter, Maisara. Goal attack, Adre. Wing attack, Bombay 4. Center, Mariha. Wing defense, Jafar. Goal defense, Akbar. Goalkeeper, Pavitra. And the substitutes, Fatil, Amesia, Shamilia, Amelia, and Jenny. Coach, Coco A. Assistant coach, Amina. Manager, Renon. And the primary care person, Mahesa. And here we have the team, Singapore. Now starting 7 on, goal shooter, Lepesha. Goal attack, Amandeep Chahar. Wing attack, Choke Ray. Center, Chani J. Wing defense, Coating Fan. Goal defense, Jamil Leg. Goalkeeper, Sindhu Nair. And the substitutes, Kowe Pei, Nisha, Rachel Leg, Rina Divya, Aisha Leg. And the coach, Yomi Ho. Manager, Lin Chen Chen. Primary care person, Shiran Sai. And the officials of the match are Aranda Sitara and Kate Wright. Reserve umpire, Andy Hayes. Thank you.
So here we go. It's time for semi-final number 2. Malaysia and Singapore take on each other to book a spot in the finals up against Sri Lanka, who are looking for their 7th crown. But for now, Malaysia and Singapore get us underway. Malaysia with the first opportunity. Maisara doesn't make a mistake. A slightly delayed start, which means that there was a little bit more nerves, a bit more anticipation, and a lot of excitement. How about that for an interception from the Singapore goal defense? Lim is playing in that position today. And these two sides always lock horns in these competitions and get the best out of each other. Chahal gets on the board. In the World Nations Cup, they took on each other back in 2022. Singapore winning 52-38. That was in December of 2022. Chahal with another opportunity. Misses it this time. She's paired up with Lee to start off this game. Go Wei Ping is on the bench. And in the 2022 Asian Championships, they played each other twice. Maisara gets another. Good start from Malaysia. Singapore winning 54-41 and 56-43. Similar margins. But in 2019, at the Southeast Asian Games, it was Malaysia winning 48-42. But all of that is in the past. And ahead of us, 4 quarters of quality netball will follow. Lee gets her first. A few of the fans are in the arena. Lots of you watching at home. It's a bit of a slip. I think it's gone out of play. Will be a Malaysian ball. A bit of a turnover. Pavitra starts to try and keep Lee in check. All to play for in this semi-final too. A lot can change in 2 years. That's a turnover. Singapore have possession now. A lot can change in 2 years. Singapore have been runners-up 6 times. That itself is a record. Malaysia have been 3rd place 7 times. Another record. That's a nice ball by To. Chahal plays it towards Lee. Pavitra read it. She could have taken the shot, wanted to make sure about it. Turnover time for Malaysia. But it was intercepted again. Interesting stuff all around. And as the draws were announced, you knew. Nice one from Chahal, giving Singapore the lead. As the draws were announced, you knew that it would be Malaysia and Singapore most probably playing this semi-final. The Malaysian side coming second to Sri Lanka in their group. Singapore dominating their group. Maisara plays it, or rather gets it from Iza Azrin and makes it 3 apiece. You can't take anything for granted in this Asian Netball Championships. Lee gets it nicely from Chahal and scores. It's all about who can get a flurry of goals. That changes the game. We've seen it before. You get 5-6 goals without conceding any, and then it's just a back and forth. You score, I score, you score, I score. But if you can find 5 minutes where you don't concede and you make sure to score during that period, then that could very well decide the game. Over the top, here's Lee. Makes it 5 for Singapore. The defense of Akima and Pavitra not able to withstand Lee and Chahal so far. Chahal misses that one. finds herself on the floor, and it will be a Malaysian ball. The Singapore players don't like it. Pavitra plays it wide to Safa Ziana, who gets it back. And they're forcing them to go the aerial route here. Over the top once again. This is a nice move. Azrin misses, but will get another attempt. Maisara scores. She is pivotal to this Malaysian attack. Scores goals for fun. Here she is again. The whistle did go before that though. Malaysia and Singapore have also hosted the Asian Championships quite a few times. Singapore hosting it in 97, 2005, 2014, 18 and 22. A couple of those missed there by Lee. Eventually she scores it, making it 6-4. And Malaysia hosting the very first Asian Netball Championships back in 1985 and winning it on home soil. That was the first of their 2 titles. Lee is in good form today. Azrin gets a foul. Will be taken by Mei Fong. Gets it back. Maisara was empty. Initially the pass was slightly risky. Maisara scores. Just a 2-goal game right now. Over the top, brilliantly kept down by To, who finds Lee, who makes it 8. Another foul made by the Singapore defense, which means Noor Faria plays it forward. Maisara lines up and scores. Nothing but net. And she needs to keep this up for the next 60 minutes, like she usually does. Here comes Lee again, making it 9. No problem whatsoever. Already 10 minutes played. Electric netball, which we've seen throughout today. 7 matches brought to you live on Sports KPI from Bengaluru. And we have a few more for you tomorrow. Four more matches to come. The finals, the 3rd, 4th place, 5th and 6th, and 7th and 8th as well. Starting off early at 7 a.m. Here's Chahal. No mistake. 10 for Singapore. 4 between them and Malaysia. And they have another opportunity here. To plays it to Chahal, to Lee. Great passing. And no chance for the Malaysian defense. A bit of daylight now between these two sides. And speaking of Malaysia hosting the championships, they've done it twice. 1985, as I said, and 2009. Most recently, where they came 3rd. Singapore winning in their home ground at their home turf back in the 2005 and 2014 editions. So they've done it twice at home. That's always a special one. Chahal gets another. That's a special goal from her. 7 plays 12. Malaysia feeling the pressure. Another foul off the ball. Very technical game is netball. Can't make these mistakes, and for now it is Singapore who are making less mistakes. Here's Tho. She is brilliant in that center position. And Lee, who is not missing a beat. She's got a game face on today. Already seen some fantastic individual performances. How about that from Tho once again? That'll be a foul though. Chahal will take it. And Chahal will score. Now the double of Malaysia. Singapore. Maisara goes backwards. Was there a foul? Looks like there was. Azrin plays it wide. Nur Faria back to Azrin. Not giving Maisara any space. Oh, she does so well. Just to get away from the defender and find that space. 8 plays 14. Malaysia need to pick up this loose ball. They do. I need to mount a bit of a comeback right now. Nur Faria keeps it in. Plays it towards Maisara, who has to go all the way back into the center third. Azrin looking for some space. That's a poor ball from Nur Faria. Usually, she doesn't make those mistakes. That's a solid challenge into the face of Lim by Mei Fung. Just about 120 to play. Tho plays a beautiful ball over the top for Lee, who finishes it 15-8 for Singapore. So quickly this first quarter has almost finished. Malaysia need to fight back. Maisara turns. 9 for Malaysia. She's not missing anything. It's just that Singapore are creating chances galore at the moment. And even Go Wei Ping hasn't yet come on. When she does, then they move very quick as well. Here's Chahal, takes another one and scores. She scored 7. And 9 have been scored by Lee. On the other hand, Maisara herself misses this one. Oh, and she gets it back. That is a gift. Azrin scores. That will be counted. The whistle went just before, but the shot was already taken. So it will be 10-16. Malaysia have some catching up to do. It's the end of the first. Time for quarter number 2. Singapore have started off really well in semi-final 2. To Chahal and Lee have been superb. Here's Chahal again. Lee is free, puts the ball over the top. There was a touch from Akma. Good defensive work by Pavitra, but she makes a foul. Chahal plays it to Lee quickly. And makes it 17 without an issue. 7-goal difference now. Malaysia have to be at their absolute best if they are to overturn this one. We saw a great comeback from the Philippines in one of the playoff matches today. They were losing by 8 goals and came back to beat Brunei. And that's an 8-goal lead for Singapore themselves. Great work from Lee and Chahal. Over the top they go. Here's Chahal again. Shoots and scores. Amazing stuff. And you can feel the Malaysian hopes dwindling now. So, over the top, too much on that for Lee. And Malaysia need to use that as a bit of a momentum breaker, I would say. They've got to convert a few now. What was a 6-point deficit has become a 9-point deficit. Naisara scores without any fuss. So, plays it wide. Oh, brilliant ball to find Lee without any issue there. Tokai Wei can pick a pass from absolutely anywhere. Here they come again. Over the top to Lee, who scores another. Easy pickings. "21 now on the board. It's a 10-point lead. That is fortunate for Malaysia. The fans are feeling slightly tense. This is a nice move. Maisara takes it back. Plays it to Azreen. They almost read it there. The Singapore defense. Azreen scores this time. Nice one again. Trying to move it along, trying to fight back here, Malaysia. Azreen will score her third of the game. Chahal doesn't get that. This is a turnover now for Malaysia, which they can use, but Nur Faria just waiting a little bit. She knows what she's doing. Then she progresses. Maisara over to Azrin, who needs to take the shot herself. And she scores. That's a brilliant move from Malaysia. As I said, the momentum has to swing if they are to somehow come back into this one. Nur Faria again to Maisara. From that distance, she's not going to miss. That's her 16th. Sorry, I beg your pardon, the 15th for Malaysia. Chahal scores. Nothing but net. Lovely height on that one. Just to tell the Malaysian side that we're still here. Maisara had to play all the way back towards the center third. Over the top, back for her. And she shoots. And oh, that was very close. It almost went in. Lots of fans watching on today. I'm sure they'll be back tomorrow for the finals and more. Another chance for Chahal to make it 23 for Singapore. She's in fine form. And that's another. Look at that. Absolutely pinpoint accuracy. The Malaysian side know that it's just drifting away from them. Will they have to settle for yet another third, fourth place playoff? Looks like that might be the case. What a pass that is! Incredible stuff. And Lee finishes it off. Sensational pass from the wide attacker Tokeway. I told you, she can pick a pass from even outside this arena. Look at that for a pass. Wow. We can see that again and again. And for Lee to just keep composure. Speaking of composure, look at that. Chahal gets another. And Singapore are really showing their class today. (16). She's fighting Ismail Sara. She's not giving up just yet, but look at that once again. Chahal to Lee. They're turning it on here, Singapore. They're showing us that they can play some stylish netball here. Maisara again has to play it wide to Nur Faria. Very good defensive work by the goal defense of Singapore. Lim. Azrin will get it back from Nur Faria. Will get a free pass as well. Nice pass. Nair couldn't get there. Maisara gets her 13th of the game. But as I said, every time they get closer to Singapore, Singapore just peel away. It was a big deficit. It was a 6-point deficit. And now it is a 10-point deficit. Here is Lee. She turns. She plays it back. And she gets it back from To. One of the best passers in this competition, Tokaiwe. Disappointed faces from Malaysia's point of view. That one missed by To. You can see they have no real answers right now. Another one for Lee. I beg your pardon, for Chahal. 29 for the Singapore team, who have their sights set on another final against Sri Lanka. That has been the final for the last two championships. Unfortunately for Singapore, they lost both of them. 2018, 2022, both at home, both lost to Sri Lanka. Too much time wasted there, and it's just falling apart for Malaysia as things stand. A bit of a mistake here once again. And it was probably like a 50-50. Ooh, that is a rough one from Nur Faria. Over the top they go. Nicely kept in play by Nair. 12-goal lead now for Singapore. They've doubled the lead actually since the beginning of the quarter. Over the top again. Haven't seen a goal in a while here. Here's To. When she's around, she's going to set up one. And Chahal is going to finish one. Just over 2 to play. Singapore are totally dominant over Malaysia so far. That might not change over the next couple of quarters. Here's Chahal. Tan has come in now in the center position. Chahal shoots and scores. Amazing from her. One of her best shooting games. It's come in the goal attacking position because Lee herself is doing a formidable job up front. She scores another. That's 33 for Singapore. over the top. And to no avail at that particular juncture. A few of the substitutes will be coming on. They do like to make their changes. They've got a very good squad depth. Singapore's goal shooter and goal attacker Lee and Chahal have got 17 and 16 goals each. That's how good they've been. And Malaysia in total have got only 18, most of them from Maesara. 1 foot in the final already for Singapore. They have got a 33 to 18 goal lead over Malaysia at half time. It's all smiles for them. Malaysia, on the other hand, have a lot of catching up to do as we go into a break and come back for the second half. Time for the third quarter. Singapore well and truly in control of this second semi-final. A couple of rebounds and Chahal gets a shot and scores. That's her 17th. To complement Lee's 17th to make it 34. Malaysia were competitive for the first few minutes, but after that they've just dropped off. Nice one from Mehsara to take it to 19. That'll be a foul. Chahal, nice ball to the center for Lee, who makes it 35 for the Singapore side. Another good interception. And that one is missed. They've got to score every chance they get here, Malaysia, if they want a chance to somehow get back. Bit of a turnover for them now. That's a nice fake. A couple of changes taking place. That one is missed though, and Nur Faria couldn't keep it in. In fact, it is Misha who's put it out of play. Dania comes in as the goal shooter. And that is now 15-point lead for Singapore. And that'll be another. Over the top once again we go. And Chahal is going to shoot from a distance. This time she doesn't score. But she knew that she's going to get the foul and get another free shot and score on the second attempt. And Chahal gets yet another. Easy pickings for them. Looking to double the score of Malaysia once again. They're all set for another final here, Singapore. Mai Fung gets a tap, plays it through. Dania gets ready for the shot. Plays it back to Noor Faria, who does well to keep balance and not go inside the circle. She's not allowed as a center. Nice one from Dania once again. Maisara wants a bit of a change. She's gone to the bench for something, not too sure what it is, but she wants to get a substitution done. Great ball from Chahal to Lee, who misses. Rarely. Chahal back to Lee again. This time she won't. 39 for Singapore. So that is the change on the cards. They're just changing the position by the looks of it. Because it is Dania who wants to play, who is probably better in that goal attacking position. She scores another. She's playing really well actually. Haifung finds Maisara. Doesn't miss. 23 for Malaysia, who might just play Hong Kong for the third, fourth position. They've played against each other many times in that game. And that'll be another for Maisara. Getting on the ball a lot more as she's changed into that goal shooter position. Another turnover. A bit of a foul which should fall to Dania. Wei Fung leaves it for her. Maisara gets it. She will turn and shoot. And she will score Malaysia's 25th of the game. A bit of a fight back here, but still 14 points away. There we go again. Back to back goals, which means Singapore need to show that they're still dominant. That one won't be kept in, even though she did it spectacularly before this. Ditto KY. Another turnover, another great pass to Maisara, which means that they have scored quite a few in quick succession here, Malaysia. Getting it to 27 now. 12 away. A bit of a comeback brewing. Maisara again. That was a tap from behind from Misha. Don't know if it's a foul or not. Don't think so. It was a foul. Maisara misses this time. The last touches of a Singapore player. Over the top again. Lots of attacks from Malaysia. They've got to make use of it again. Wei Fong plays it to Dania, who hasn't missed so far. Plays that to Maisara. That's a good pass. And that is another one. A bit of momentum building here for Malaysia. $11 is the difference now. Can they get it to 10? Mentally, that will be great for Malaysia. Chahal Scores! Brilliant stuff from her. Her 21st of the game. That would have been a nice ball from Dania. Umpire spots the foul. Over the top again. And Mehsara gets another. Back to 11. The difference. Singapore just losing the control of the game right now. Luckily for them, they've taken such a big lead that it's going to take something absolutely catastrophic to lose from here. They lose possession once again. You can see the coach is not happy with what's taking place. Chahal over the top. Brilliant stuff from Noor Faria. But there was a foul. She tries to win it back again illegally. 10 to Chahal, who is in unbelievable form today. 22 for her. Shooting herself and her team all the way into the finals. Mehsara to Dania. Gets another, and the bench rejoices. 30 on the board now for Malaysia. Good defensive work again from the Malaysian team. They have dominated this quarter. How about that from Wei Fung? She was way up in the air and then took it down to control it. There's a bit of rhythm here from Malaysia. Another tap and another foul. Mehsara again, getting it to 31. She is in fine form. And Malaysia believe here. See the way the bench is reacting. They believe that they can come back into this one. Wei Fung to Mehsara. That's a wonderful pass. And that's another finish. 9 now. And Singapore have totally lost the plot. A few changes and Singapore need to get back the momentum. It's become a 9-point lead only. It was at 15 at one point. Noor Faria gets the touch, but there was a foul before that. She's trying her best to intercept. Chahal shoots and scores. Brilliant stuff. If not for her and Lee's finishing abilities, don't know where this game would have been. But for now, it's still in their control. Noor Faria keeps it in quite nicely. Mehsara, Wei Fung, these four are playing so well together. Wei Fung has to go back. And that is possession lost because of a foul off the ball. Under a minute to go. Can Singapore just find a bit of momentum before the break? That is a hard one. Getting Chahal from behind Akma. Will be a foul 10. Plays it to Chahal. A good pass to Lee, who gets a shot after a while and will get her 20th of the game. That's more like it from Singapore. That's a nice ball again. Chahal misses. She had to shoot because time is almost up. Probably the last move of this quarter. Wei Fung, who's been sensational in this one. Pidania has also been good, and that is the end of a disappointing third quarter for Singapore as their coaches note down. And as I said, momentum needs to be better as they head into the final quarter. They have a discussion there, the team, to sort things out. With one to play, Malaysia trail by 32 to 43. Time for the fourth quarter. Can Malaysia do the unthinkable? Can they come back from a 9-goal margin now? In fact, it's 11. Let's make it 10. Yes, they do. Dania is in great form. Good bit of loop on that one. They're enjoying themselves, the Malaysian team. Like all the teams playing in this tournament, all 14 of them played with a smile on their face. And it's great to see the netball community growing and being hosted in India for the first time since 1989. Dania, Faria is open, gets it and plays it to Maisara. That is quick, but Maisara for once misses out. But then look at that, Nur Faria got the rebound, played it to Dania, who scores and brings the deficit down to 9 with 14 to play. Yet another. This is game on, I feel. If Malaysia can get a couple more, then I think this could be a big chance. It's a chance now for Chahal. And that will be a goal which just settled things for Singapore, courtesy of that shot from Lee. Here's Nur Faria. They need to get a couple from this one. Maisara takes a deep breath and scores. She's got 25 plus. Here's Lee. This is one time where they can't miss, and they haven't really missed throughout the game. Dania nicely taken by Maisara to make it 37 for Malaysia. It's an 8-goal game now. They need to win possession here. They need a turnover. That needs to be taken from behind. Misha. Oh, she loses possession. This is the chance for Malaysia. And these sorts of errors might be the ones that send Singapore into a bit of a spiral. Nur Faria plays it wide. Maisara. Now Dania takes a deep breath, shoots and scores. You can feel the shift in momentum here. Singapore, who were doing the basics right, are now making a few mistakes. Chahal gets fouled by Maifung, who was looking to win the ball back. Misha, 11 to play, 7 goals in it. What a comeback by Malaysia. And how about that? Brilliant goalkeeping. And now they can progress. They go all the way up the pitch, rather up the court. Here's Nur Faria again. Plays it through. And that'll be a foul on Wei Fung. This is to get it down to 6 now. Dania scores. What are we witnessing here? Only 6 in it. Singapore have not been scoring as freely as they were in the first 2 quarters. Another ball over the top to Lee. who misses, but on the rebound will get it. That is just about showing the pressure that they're facing, Singapore. It's back to 7. There's a change. Nisha goes off. Over the top, that was too tough there from Danya's point of view. Maisara was never going to get there. There was a defender right in front of her. Singapore need to make the most of that. Chahal plays it wide to Tan, who is empty. Chahal hasn't missed from that sort of a range. Now she does. She gets another opportunity and can't keep it in play. Nur Faria. Oh, just loses her footing there. That was a big chance to take it back to 6. Chahal, who, as I said, has not missed much. She misses here though. And on the rebound, loses possession. Even Chahal and Lee are missing now. That is what pressure can do to you. And sometimes it is easier being the chasing pack, and that is what Malaysia are doing here. They still have almost 9 minutes to play, and the way they're scoring and decreasing the deficit, maybe there is a chance. Look at that from Nur Faria. She is giving her absolute everything into this game. Wei Fung has a free pass. Danea gets it to Nur Faria, who plays it to Maisara, who never made the run. Trying to be a little too intricate on that occasion. Here's Tan over the top. Chahal scores. Nicely played again through Singapore. And remember, they can't be feeling any sort of momentum shift, any sort of confidence dip going into tomorrow's finals. But I think they will feel it anyway. The way they've played these last 2 quarters, Malaysia has shown us that they are a fighting side. Good interception from Tokewai, who's had a phenomenal game. So has Chahal, and from this distance, doesn't need to shoot, goes in front, takes a shot, misses. And on the rebound, it will be Lee. And Go Wei Ping has not played today, which is quite surprising. Nur Faria over the top, that's almost gone into the net. And that is electric from Singapore. To get it to 50, Chahal makes a mistake. Great goalkeeping. And now the sting of the Malaysian comeback has been lost. It's going to be too tough by the looks of it. Dania loses possession and they look at each other. Mostly with a look of resignation. It was that second quarter where Singapore just mounted on the goals, kept scoring and scoring. But this game just went away from Malaysia. It's not in this quarter. It's this and the third where they've really fought and fought hard. Oh, wonderful stuff there. Lee misses though, and on the rebound, Chahal will take it. And makes it 50 for Singapore as they get closer to setting up an encounter with Sri Lanka for the third successive Asian Netball Championship finals. Wei Fung plays it wide. Dania does really well to score. That is great work from her. With one leg, scores that one. 4 minutes to play, 9 goals to get. Dania cuts the line, which means that it will be a Singapore ball. They move it forward into the center third. Noor Faria has put on a super show in the center. Dano has as well, of course, but Noor Faria has just given her everything. Chahal plays that to Lee, but it will be a foul. And it will be another conversion, and that will be 10 points of a difference again. Lee, superb from the goal shooting position. Over the top, Maisara keeps it in control and scores off the rim and in. If only they fought a little harder, I would say, in that second quarter, Malaysia. They really had a chance. They started believing only when they were 15 down. Before that, it just felt like they didn't do anything to stop the momentum of the Singapore side. And also the introduction of Dania in the goal attacking position has really helped. Look at that pass from Noor Faria. That'll be another for Maisara. Isa Azreen also has been phenomenal this whole tournament. But Dania has just brought in something different. In the last quarters, Maisara misses that one. It's a 9-goal game. Singapore go into the second last minute. It will be a Malaysian ball, even though Tokai Wei thought it was. What a game she had. Here's Noor Faria. Waits for a few, lures in the players, and then plays it to Maisara, who scores. Taking it back to just 8 goals between them, but not enough time. Lee misses that one. Chahal. Wow. That is the only thing to say. Incredible from her. Into the net and scoring with ease most of this semi-final. And she knows it. Usually playing as a goal shooter, but today as a goal attacker, she has put on a super show. Lim has been put out there into the suspension area, into the sin bin. So they have to play the final few minutes, final few seconds rather, with one player less. They don't have a goal defense right now. Nair is right at the back alone. That is a huge disadvantage. Luckily, it's happened quite late in the game. Lee scores though for Singapore. Just a few seconds left. Maisara, Nair is all alone. Maisara scores. But there's not enough time for Malaysia. Singapore will just try to keep the ball, get it up the pitch. Or court rather. Toe plays it ahead. That should be that. And that is full time. Singapore sensational once again. Malaysia fighting hard but falling at the final hurdle. At one point they were losing by 15. Eventually they fall short against Singapore by 8. And Malaysia will have to settle for yet another third and fourth position match against Hong Kong. The old foes play each other. Malaysia take on Hong Kong for third and fourth, while Singapore and Sri Lanka lock horns for a third consecutive Asian Netball Championship final. A nice chant between the teams. Super show from all of them, especially Lee, Tokewai, and of course Chahal. So that is full time. Malaysia come up short, but Singapore managed to beat them once again and go into another final. They beat Malaysia by 54 goals to 46. So make sure to join us tomorrow, the final day of the 13th Asian Netball Championships. We've got 4 games for you only on Sports KPI's YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Liam signing off.